From the day I was born, I was sent to a hospital. That day, they found out that there was something in my lungs that affected my heart, my breathing, and everything else. Stayed there in the NICU for 9 days and 9 nights. I grew a really great friendship. Even though I was a baby, I grew that friendship with my aunt. She was there every night. They were afraid that I was going to die. And I was what they called the miracle baby. My mom and dad thought that my first day was my last. So they had a preacher come in and baptize me. But that preacher was told that we don't believe in that religion from my aunt, which we did. But whenever I finally got to come home, my mom and dad were happy, but it caused more fights. My mom took off with me and my sister. As of right now, I'm 14 and she's 15. Me and her are like, We fight a lot. We really don't talk that much anymore. But one thing I know, I can count on her. And whenever I was in 6th grade, no, it was 3rd, I was taken out of the school that I have been in practically my whole life. And I was put into a new school in Louisiana. And I was threatened my life that year. That year I was down there, my mom's ex-boyfriend came in, took my mom's truck, called her afterwards because she called the cops, and threatened to kill her and me because I was the most like her. Every now and again I do see him, but anyways, we finally came back up into Ohio. I finally got to see my dad again. That's when it all started. In 6th grade, my mom developed a habit 6 years before then of using drugs. And she got caught with it. As she got caught with it, she was sentenced to 5 years in prison. That night that I got that call saying my mom was in jail, it was from my sister. She told me that. I was like, no, put mom on the phone. But it was true. It took me almost a year to realize my mom was not coming back. And that same year, I found out that my grandma had cancer. She lived in a nursing home. And she died December 17th, 2011. Everyone is trying to comfort me already because of my mom. I didn't care. My great-grandma was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I used to run around in her hallway and wearing her wig, but she's gone. A year later, in 7th grade, I found what you guys call cutting. Found out what that was, and I did it. I have the scars to prove it, but I will not show. I have been clean for over 5 months now, and I'm not going back. I realized that that's not what I needed to do, and that wasn't how I was going to be taken out of this world. On May 19th, 2014, everything shut down for me. It was on a Monday. I got a call from my dad. He told me, I'm going to the hospital. There's something wrong with Ben. Ben was 25, and he was my favorite cousin. He died that night. He was at his friend's, and he just never woke up. I tried to go to school the next day. I only lasted 3 periods. Well, actually 2. And I went home, and I couldn't handle it anymore. And yeah, I didn't know what to do with myself. The next day, on Wednesday, went back to school. Went the whole day. During 3rd period, which was choir, my friend comes up to me. Do you know Ben Duffy? I'm like, yeah, he was my cousin. She told me that she saw him being carried out in a stretcher. I bawled my eyes out. Who wants to be told that you're not going to see your cousin ever again? My little cousin never understood the concept. She still doesn't. She's 6 years old. I was on the phone talking about it. She was right next to me. She's like, yeah, on Friday we're going to have a graduation for Ben. I started crying again. But I got over the fact that he was just too heavy for me. Well, not for me, but for his age. It was just his time to go. But I didn't let that happen. As of right now, I am going to be seeing my mom in 2 years. And in those next 2 years, all I can talk to her, the only reason how I can talk to her, through letters and notes. She's up closer to me now. I look exactly like her, and act exactly like her, but I can't really notice until she comes back out. And as of today, I have been bullied my whole life. Ever since I came back from Louisiana, whenever I was 9, I came back. I started being bullied. I'm too short. I'm too ugly. I just told them, yeah, so be it. my best friend right now, he told me that I'm just gonna, his exact words, "You're going to hell." Then called me some names that year. I still didn't let that get to me. Me and him are best friends right now. But don't let anything get to you. You guys can take care of yourselves. I busted some people's face open, which you shouldn't resort to that. But stay strong, my loves. You're beautiful.